Hello, and welcome to the Week 2 version of the Monster Pod here on thelines.com. Steven Anders, Matt Brown, joined this week by Connor Allen of 4 for 4. You got to go check out their great work over there. New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys in the what did we see last week from either one of these teams, because it was almost over before it started. The Saints go out, have 17 points on the board by the time the kickoff happened, and then the Cowboys basically didn't have to do anything against a Browns team that was just trying to figure some stuff out there. We're sitting 6.5 right now in favor of the Cowboys at home over the Saints team. 46.5 is our total. 147 out there actually in the market. So shop around if you're looking to play the total. Connor, I didn't really take anything away from the Saints win last week. I know maybe you could say, okay, well, Derek Carr at least threw the ball down the field and looked good doing that. And that's fair, and I'll give you that. But it was over from jump, and so I'm just kind of like, I don't really know. And then the Cowboys didn't have to do anything at all. So you look at the stat line for Dak Prescott, it wasn't all that impressive. But again, they didn't have to do anything because the Browns were completely inept. And so I don't know really what I saw from either one of these teams in week 1.
Yeah, and I felt pretty similar because I thought that there was some encouraging signs from the Saints, especially with motion rate. They were moving guys a lot pre-snap, which matters a lot in terms of just making easy plays for Derek Carr in that offense. But in this specific matchup, I'm extremely worried about the Saints offensive line. That was all the talk in the offseason, like, hey, this Saints offensive line is like a bottom 3 to 5 unit. And then they run into Carolina in week 1, who is literally one of the worst pass rush defensive lines, in the league. And they don't do anything against them. And so now at this point, now they're facing the Cowboys defensive line, which is one of the best at getting pressure. I worry significantly about that. And that's what has me leaning towards the Cowboys here. I don't necessarily love the Cowboys. I just think that that mismatch up front could cause a lot of issues for New Orleans. So it's not a big play of mine, but I would definitely lean towards the Cowboys at -6.
Yeah, Steven, one thing we did see last week, I can say I misspoke. Micah Parsons was just living in the backfield last week against the Browns. And so I imagine that's going to happen again this week here against the Saints. I did play a little Cowboys at 6. Not a full-size bet for me, but as anyone saw any content that I had on the offseason, I'm a little bit down on the Saints comparatively to the market. So I think that there was a little bit of smoke and mirror stuff going on. Steven, what say you here?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I can take away from the Saints is not how many points they scored or how efficient the offense was because of the quality of the opponent in Carolina. But to Connor's point, the pre-snap motion, the play action, they went from one of the teams in the league that do that the least to one of the teams that did it the most in week 1. And as a 49ers fan, I've seen game after game where you use that and it mitigates pass rush. Micah Parsons has 0 sacks against Kyle Shanahan's offense in I think at least 3 games. So I want to see if that translates here. If so, arrow up for the Saints moving forward rest of the season. But I'm not willing to lay this many points with the Cowboys off of what I saw last week where, despite 33 points, only wound up ranking 22nd by EPA, 27th by success rate, 4.4 yards per play. They were given a lot of great field positions there. So this is a wait and see for me. I'm very curious about this Saints offensive line and if the scheme mitigates what our issues thought they were, what we thought they were coming into the season.
Guys, had a pretty good week 1, so hopefully we can continue on here in week number 2. Connor, do appreciate you being here as well. Of course, check out their great work over at 4 for 4. Awesome stuff over there, not just from a betting standpoint, from fantasy standpoint, DFS standpoint. Be sure and take in all of their great work. We do everything free here, so please hit that subscribe button. We'll be here all season for you. And if you head to thelines.com, upper right-hand corner is the Discord, and that is also free where you can go in and chit-chat about things all season long in all of the sporting betting markets out there. For Connor, for Steven, I'm Matt. Good luck on all your week 2 bets.